some baseball, and this time I'm doing a different video on a different team other than the Red Sox. This team has been going on since for a good long time, and right now I'm doing the Padres. I still have Yonder Alonso. He's well gone from that team, and all these players basically are new, except for Jace Peterson, another player that's been well gone for that team. And gonna get this started. Also, like some of these players, like Alfonso Vincent, don't have they're rebranded. I keep saying that every time I bring up this kind of team. It's like they're rebranded. They're good, but they're basically players that have been knocked out of MLB, MLB, BBBB, PA. You know, and I just killed my fucking chips because I am so intelligent. Like, all right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to get up real quick. See what the hell happened. See how many chips I killed. All right. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. And now I'm back because of the stupid bullshit. Honestly, that is stupid bullshit. It's like, why the fuck was that there? Alright, might as well eat them now. Alright. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna change something. Maybe not. Yeah, whatever. Change something else. I know I'm fucked when I do that, but I don't care. Like it's like, who cares? The Padres are garbage. Even when I manage them, they're still garbage. Alright, I know people like to drink and do all that when they do these video games or comic reviews. I'm eating Lay's potato chips that suck ass. And I'm drinking IBC root beer. I don't like to drink real stuff because I don't have the money for it, so I'll drink Coke, Pepsi, but I won't, drink this. It's alright. It's not too bad. I drink a lot of Coke and Pepsi, so anything that's a little bit different is good right now. We got Jed Jerko, Yasmani Grandal still on the team. Like he's a good player. He's not good anymore, but he's still good. He was a good player. He is dog shit. He is also dog shit. He's close to being dog shit. And how is this guy? he makes me want to drink real beer. You know, I don't know. Problem with this, like this bench, the guys I just put on the bench is that they're starting. You know, like. Yeah. Jerko's not a star. And I like his skill set, but he's still not like a good player. This guy I gotta get rid of. Because if you look up his potential, and you look at his age, it doesn't match up. If he was 19, I'd keep him, but I'd hold on to him too long. Like a guy like Danny Echeverria is only on here for flexibility, that's it. He's also 28, so he should be traded. He's also durable, so that's kind of a saving grace. This is what you want. Age 23, he's already 75, and he's got an A+ potential, so yeah. I don't know, man. I was unskilled when I got this team. Trevor Plouffe, he's utility basically. That's it at this point. Alfonso Vincent, he's terrible, and he's mostly bench. Markakis, I can't believe I signed his ass. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's getting 8.4. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm paying 8.4. Like whatever. You should be happy, man. You got money. He fooled me, and he fooled the Atlanta Braves in real life, so whatever. He's alright. He's a leadoff guy. Alright. Can't believe he was born in Louisiana. That's weird. I always thought he was in California. Also, I guess this is why I have Markakis, is he's just he's alright defensively. He's good. I don't know, he's 34 years old though, so he's going downhill. Alright, so I've gone through all my players. We're trying to explain to you guys what is a good player to get. The basic scale is, for the younger players, you want them to have A+, and you know, so that way you can develop them through the minor leagues or through some major league rigging or whatever. Or in the case of, like, you know, if you have like a Yonder Alonso who doesn't really do much, but is he's able to play third base, I guess. I mean, he's not good defensively, but he's a placeholder. But he has an 80 overall versus righties, and you know, so that's at least something. And obviously Nick Markakis has got the defensive stuff. Yeah, so it's like you know, when you sign those older guys, you know at the end of the contract they're dead. Like Trevor Plouffe is not a good player, but you know, you want to keep him around just because, like, if you look at him, you could at least play third and first, and maybe left or right field. I don't know why they have second base or shortstop on there. He's not that. But actually, they wanted him to play shortstop after I simmed a few games, and you know, I was like, no, he's not a shortstop. This guy, he's potentially one only because his arm strength is up there. So yeah, after this, we're gonna get to the game. Finally, right? Like, I just explained too much shit. Alright, let's go. You know. Alright. Playing the Padres. Oh my god. Playing as the Padres is always a tough thing. Especially in Petco Park. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that place. It's like, it looks cool. It's all that, but it's just not some... Like, I guess I'm too much of a Bostonian, or too much from the Northeast, because, man, that's just like a cavernous place. Like, you know, I mean, I think part of it has to do with where it's located, right? Like, in Citi Field, it's a different stadium, but it's located in a place where the ball just doesn't fly out. I don't know. So, yeah. Alright, so now we're going to start off with a Watusi Mansion. And I'm prepared to get burned, because, you know, I have it on dynamic difficulty, so, yeah. That's one thing I wish they would do is separate the road to the show stuff from the actual playing of the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like keep all the modes separate. Cause some things you do in Road to the Show are different than what I do in the okay, hang on, we're gonna change this real quick. I'm gonna change this gameplay options. No, because we're gonna go to, there we go, assist. Yeah, I want to do this in front of you guys, but I forgot to do this. Oh my god, what are you doing, man? Okay. That should have been caught by the lefty. I don't care, we got it now. No, we're gonna get fucked. Yeah, I don't like doing that throwing meter stuff, but whatever. I mean, I'll try it eventually, but give me some time. Like, I want to put out some products that you guys can look at and say it's good versus somebody that's like, ooh, buttons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to make a fool out of myself like I just did. Alright. So, I'm gonna try to get this all good. Yeah, that's how. Alright. So I'm fucked. I mean, like, offensively, it's always like, we don't have a good team, and I didn't draft one, or I didn't build it the right way. Because you gotta look at some of these guys, and just go, Jesus. You know, like, see, it's our all-star, our veteran plus, like, that's cool, but it's just like, you know, I play Road to the Show very differently, you know, like, you know, it's just, like, I play it more patiently, you know, and I don't know, it places my franchise mode in a weird spot, because it's like, you know, I want to win, duh, but, you know, it makes this stuff, like, a little bit more tougher, like, I don't know, I still, this is like a 3-pitch at bat, and in the old Road to the Show, that's a negative, but you know what I'm saying, like, it affects how you play the game, and also, like, I love these games, but they're time consuming. Even, like, if you played it short, it's still, like, you're not getting the full game, and you put a lot of time into it, but, you know, I mean, I love this game, so, I mean, I'm willing to do it, but, you know what I'm saying. He's still no. Nope. I'm gonna take more pitches, because that was decent, just not good contact. The goal is generally like to get some walks and 10 pitch at bats. Like, I mean, you know, 10 pitch at bats are nice, but I don't know. So I don't know how realistic that is, because you know, you want to make them throw. Yeah, like those pitches are good takes. Even the strike, because at that point, that's grounded out to second or whatever, you know. So, that's good. At least I get on around. So, he doesn't have the 1-2-3 inning. I don't know. One of the things I do gotta admit that I'm improving at was not just patience, it's knowing what pitch to swing at, or which pitches to drive. I like that little added bonus of like, okay, I got a base hit, cool, you know, whatever. The more base, like, that's a terrible pitch. You don't want to swing at that. I know I usually used to swing at that, and I still do, but, you know, that's not something you're going to drive. And that's something that's up in my high balls. I can't believe I'm standing those chips. Fuck, it's a small bag too, so it's like, yeah, I chased one there. That should have been ball 3, like, in all honesty. But I'm not patient all the time, you know. Ah, come on. Come on. Well, alright. I don't know, that was a terrible inning, I guess. Just, yeah. Not terrible. I mean, like, I think, like, the minimum is better than getting a 3-pitch inning. Like, shit. But, I noticed that when I mess up with the timing, you get more patient, you mess up the timing a little bit. And that's kind of why I never really liked putting it on any hard modes before. Just like, you're like, to be full disclosure, I would put it on like beginner or something like that, but just because I don't like to lose, I don't like, you know, stress, so I'm like, you know, if I play this game, who cares? And I wasn't broadcasting live then, and I was like weak, I wasn't strong with the force, but you know what I mean, like I think everybody has that game where you just beat on it, or something like that, like, you know, in some way, like, you know, but, that's foul. So that's why my guy's not being controlled. Alright. It's Pablo Sandoval. I think, yeah, Sandoval. Fuck. This roster is old. Like, this roster's from 2014. I don't know, I always kind of feel that that's a fun little time capsule to go like, hey, remember this guy? Tyson Ross versus Pablo Sandoval? Yeah, nobody does. It's just one of those things, like, I've noticed this, I'm a young adult, but I'm like 25, so it becomes a little fun, a little bit interesting to me, like, oh, that player's retired, oh, that player's retired. This player is, like, Nick Markakis right here is getting up there. He's 34, man, shit, he came into the league, like, 2006, like, that makes me feel weird. What's the Posey? He's not that old, but still, it's like, you know, he's not exactly young. I don't think this catcher's really take a beating, but, you know, it just makes me feel weird. I guess it's one of those things where it's like, shit. I don't know, though. Like, I remember Michael Jordan, like, when you look back at him, man, he was, like, still balling out, but he, in his late 30s, but, like, you know, that's rare. That's, like, really super duper rare. And also at the end with his time with the Wizards was not that great, so yeah, like, you know, it also brings up another thing is, like, I don't understand certain aspects of sports. Like, I love to play sports, but as somebody that has been around the culture, like, you know, they have a weird conception of soft that I don't understand. I get it, like, for example, Michael Jordan was from the 90s, and 80s, and before. He has a very hard-nosed approach, but, like, there's hard-nosed, and then there's ignorant, and then there's homophobic and transphobic, and I don't subscribe to that. You know, like, I mean, if we're on the team to, like, if I'm on a team to win, and, like, I am someone that's transitioning and is homosexual, so, you know, it's like if you start saying that shit around me, I'll just quit. I'll say, you know what, you can take your damn salary and I will leave. You can take whatever you want. You're not calling me that in front of other people. And, like, cause, like, I mean, it's just wrong. It's like, don't do it to me, don't do it to my friends, don't do it to my team, you know. But like, I mean, it's just that masculinity in sports that's just, like, really not right, you know. And I'm going from male to female, so, like, y'all can say what you want, I don't hear you, you know what I mean? You might as well be saying, you know, bullshit. I got, you know, I'm not dealing with that. I don't know you, you're not in my life, I don't worry about you. But, you know, like, when I played sports, it's always like, you going soft, you going faggot kind of stuff. Like, you know, like, they may have never said that, but that was definitely in the air, in the water, you know what I mean? Like, and I always kind of laugh. I laugh now because I played a lot of football. So, you know, they would praise us the most masculine sport, and I'm like, you're hugging people to the ground, you're hitting people, and that's masculine, but it's also like, it doesn't make you the best. Like, and I laugh now because I've seen so many people with concussions, and I don't laugh at that, but I'm like, where's your toughness? Like, what did you get for all your toughness? Like, and it's sad because I'm not saying I want people to have CTE. I'm not saying that at all. Like, that I actually find CTE scary in my own way. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, you thought you were being tough, but you weren't, and I could forgive you for that, but like I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I know I'm kind of rambling. Like this is a really therapeutic, but it's not that really. It's just like, you know, people are just people. That's a double play. That's fucked up. Fuck all the Giants to death. Seriously, that was my own fault. I have a lot of slow runners on the team, and yeah, it happens. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, you know, I think like whenever you have a team culture, one of the downsides is that you may have an asset that's excluded from that. Yeah. But also, like, I guess I had this on the mind. I was talking with one of my female friends yesterday, and she was like, "Oh, you guys in the locker room must have been joking around, and like, you know, like on TV." I'm like, "It's never like it is on TV." I don't know how to see. Like, you see Family Guy when Peter snapping pals at people, or Homer Simpson doing that. It's funny, but it's not what actually happens. Like, in my experience, like. My experience, it was just like masculinity and run amok, but it was also like people just wanted to get the hell out of there, you know. Like, so it wasn't like this whole, you know, it wasn't like not that there wasn't any camaraderie or anything like that. I did have some of that, but I also didn't have like, you know, a bright experience. You know, I don't know. I gotta, you know, talk with other people, because it's just like sports are. I'm a believer in sports bringing people together, but I'm also a believer in that you got to be careful not to like ostracize certain people just because they're different. You know, I think that's a huge thing that happens with gay people in sports and trans people in sports. What the hell? There we go, get that ball. Because that was me fucking up on the throwing. But back to being gay and being trans in sports. To all y'all out there, this is Pride Month, and I believe that's a great thing. Don't let other people tell you what you are and what you can't do. I mean, I feel that the way society works is that if you are trans and a trans woman is supposed to be all girly and shit. You know, and I'm like, okay, I have a side of me that is that. I do like putting on nail polish. I love wearing my wig in colder weather, not in 78-degree heat. But, you know, it's just, you know, that people always, like, assume an extreme sometimes. Not always, but they do assume an extremes. Like, if a man is trans, or is becoming a trans woman, he's going to want to put on nail polish and get a breast implants and all that. And I'm like, he might, but he also might have other interests that aren't that, and, you know, it's like, you're assuming a lot, you know what I mean? Like, you're assuming too much, and, you're not, you know what I mean? It's not, like, I don't know, just don't know anymore. We don't have a gay-friendly president, I believe our president will take us and choke us out if he could, like, you know. But we got to be strong. We can't let other people dictate that about us. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just struck out like an idiot, but, you know, it's just, we got to keep moving forward. We can't let the politics, you know, take us down. And it's like, you know, it's just sad. It's like, you know, people get denied everything just because of, stupidity, not even because of, you know, real things, you know. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand that. Like, you know, I got a family that doesn't really like me being trans, but, you know, I gotta deal with that, and I don't want to deal with that at all, but, you know, it's a sad world, man. It's just sad. It's like, you know, we need to be strong, and we need to, you know, have, you know, like, we need to, you know, get it together. We also need to realize, you know, that it's a fight sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's fun, like when you're drinking it with people or you're having fun with people or whatever you're doing. It can be fun. It's nice. I love men and I love dressing up and putting on the clothes and all that. The female clothes. Like, so it's just, you gotta learn when to stand your ground. It's like, you know, like a crappy 80s cheesy Chinese proverb. You know, those who do not fight do not win, but those who do not, I don't know, I can't think of something funny off the top of my head, so excuse that stupid thing, but you know what I mean. It's just like, sometimes the best warriors and fighters know when not to fight, you know. So that's the best way to put it. That's better than insulting Asians and stuff, which I didn't really intend to do, you know. Alright, so this is the third inning. I am going to stop right now. I'm probably going to take a break. Probably going to, for a little bit. The fourth inning, sorry, not the third. And I will see you a little bit later.